And every time you entered the Hagerty Fantasy Bid game, you were entered to win a 650 horsepower Ford Racing Champion Shelby GT500. 750?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, by the time you guys got done massaging that car, it was 750 horsepower. That's right. And they helped in the development. We're going to hear a little bit about that, but I want you to give a warm welcome and all be very jealous of Chris Cherryholmes, who won that car. Chris is carrying his Ford Racing backpack, and inside it are a whole bunch of gas cards that he's going to need to fuel that 750 horsepower monster. I want you and Ricky to talk a little bit about your role in developing that car.
Well, they said they wanted to do a championship edition car, so the first thing you got to do is put some horsepower in it. They got this thing up to 750 horsepower. They put a Ford Racing exhaust on it, and then they had to make it handle, so they put some Ford Racing suspension on it. And then, Ricky, you can tell them about why this thing looks so good here.
Yeah, it's got the Super Snake hood, which doesn't come on every single one of them. And then, you know, for race cars, you have to have carbon fiber on it, and they got the carbon fiber splitters and side skirts and things like that on it, and it's got the racing stripes in the seats. I mean, the thing is, Trevor and I got to drive it. It's really fast, and he's going to have a lot of fun with it.
So you got to drive it and signed it for him, and the racing champions of the Daytona 500 and the Nationwide Series. And so Chris, I guess the worst part about winning this is you've had to look at it sitting here all week. Have you got to? Has Jim Owens let you drive it yet?
The only thing I could do so far was sit in the car. I can't even start the car. They're killing me.
Hey, we left some tires on it for you, though, after we drove it.
Just a little bit.
Kind of hard to do that with all that horsepower, but we left a little.
That's right.
So you're down here with your brother and your dad having a Daytona 500 dream vacation.
We're having a fantastic time. Really having a great time down here.
Now, I know Trevor's got a Raptor, and you drive a Ford. What do you drive, Rick?
My everyday truck's a F-250 Coupe.
It's Super Duty, of course. And, but when we did this Wednesday night in the rain here for Speed, I could see that look in Trevor's eyes. He really wants one of these.
Well, see, Ricky's already got a couple Mustangs after his Rookie of the Year deal and winning the championship, so I got to catch up, man. I got to get in the Mustang Club somehow.
I think if you score a win here tomorrow, I think there won't be a problem at all.
I'll give you a ride.
Okay, I gotta. Let's go.
Now wait a minute. You don't have daughters, do you?
I have one daughter. She's 16 years old.
Well, then I have to ask, would you let her ride with one of these fellas?
Absolutely.
That's well said. You don't have the car yet, do you?
No, I don't.
Good answer. Good answer. And a great promotion, and one that everybody at Speed was proud to be a part of, and the folks at Ford were so glad that they stepped up. And all of you who played the Hagerty Fantasy Bid game, the total number of bids compared to Scottsdale last year were nearly double. 1.5 million people logged in, tried to guess the hammer price on one of those cars, and have a chance to win this great Mustang. Chris, congratulations to you. And Trevor, Ricky, good fortunes today and tomorrow here in Daytona and the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. And also, guys, I think you entered like 15 times, right? So it wasn't like 100,000 entries or something. So I was amazed at that. We always get to meet the winners, and it's crazy to see people that actually win stuff. So you guys will have to register for this deal next year if they do it again, because you actually can win. I mean, he said he never won anything like this, and he thought it was a joke when they were calling. He thought his kids were playing a prank on him or something. So it's kind of cool to see winners that get to do stuff like this with Ford.
I was just in my home office doing some paperwork and watching the Speed Channel Barrett Jackson fantasy auction. I thought, I think I can do that. So I started playing the game, and sure enough, some cars I come really close on hitting the right price, and some I didn't. But it was a lot of fun playing the Hagerty Fantasy game on the Speed Channel with Barrett Jackson. This whole thing's just been unreal. I mean, between Ford Motor Racing and obviously Hagerty, Barrett Jackson, and the Speed Channel, everything's just been over the top. Really appreciate everything everybody's done for me.